Dear reader, I'm Tony and this is Book Text. Today I'm going to be doing a tag. This is the book giving tag, which originated with Taking Tea with Catherine. So I will link to her original video below. But first, our word of the day is the word coxcombery. This is a noun and it means foppery or vanity. It's one of those kind of older terms from an era when people were obsessed with men who cared a lot about how they looked. And I just love terms relating to foppishness. I love fops and dandies, or whatever you want to call them. So coxcombery is another arrow in that delightful quiver. So I was tagged by Margaret at Margaret Pinard, so I will put her video down below as well. There are 10 questions, which I will also put in the description. So this is again, the book giving tag. Number 1, do you give books as gifts? If so, to whom? Yes, books are just about the only gifts that I give these days. I try to encourage people to read, so I always give gifts to family members. I try to give gifts to friends, and often I try to do a meaningful gift, a meaningful book. Something that maybe reminds me of them or relates to something that we've discussed previously. So I almost always give books as gifts. Number 2, do you receive many books as gifts? Are they usually successful? Interestingly enough, no, I don't receive many books as gifts. I have a few friends who will give me books, the ones who have seen my shelves, but living away from family members, they don't know what I already have, and so they're more likely to give me maybe a certificate or a gift card or something like that if they want me to enjoy a book. But in the past, I have received many successful books as gifts, and I wanted to highlight a few because they came from my little sisters. They're grown-ups now, but they're always my little sisters, right? And I just wanted to share how adorable and precious they are. So this one is Ella Enchanted by Gail, Carson, Levine. I don't like movie covers, but I'm keeping this one forever because my sister gave it to me when she was probably 12 years old, and she wrote a lovely note in the front cover. Dear Tony, you're so fun, and I wish I could read like you. Oh well. And so on. Hope you enjoy this over and over again. I will. I love this because it came from my sister. Another book that I got from my other sister is Sisters Read by Jackson Pearce. And again, you know, this is not my favorite genre, fairy tale retellings, but she wrote a note in the front, and so I just have to keep it forever. This book reminds me of us. I'm so proud to call you my sister. I mean, you can't not love a book that has so much meaning. So those are, you know, how book giving feels successful to me, is when it has a meaning. Number 3, when you buy yourself books, do you think of them as gifts? I had to think really hard about this one because I buy a lot of books and I would be giving myself a lot of gifts in that case. But I think I do a lot of secondhand book shopping, and I don't really think of those as gifts, but when I have to buy myself an expensive book, like I'm buying one that's recently published, or I have to pay full price for it for whatever reason, I do think of that as a gift. In fact, last year around October, I bought a bunch of books that were full price, and they came in the mail kind of slowly as they were available. And I put them all under my Christmas tree because I thought, let's just open these on Christmas. I was doing Christmas alone, so it felt like there was more to open, more to do, more excitement for that day. So those were gifts from myself, for sure. Number 4, do you consider used books to be acceptable gifts? Yes, 100% absolutely. I hope my friends do, because I often give them used books. Nice copies, but still used. Number 5, if you could receive a gift card for any bookshop or book website, which would you choose? This is just making me excited, and I'm not even going to receive a gift card, but I'm excited for the potential idea of it. There are a couple of local used bookstores that I love going to. One is called Pioneer Book, and one is called Hideaway Books. And so I would prefer a gift card for either of those. Number 6, gift wrapping, gift bag, bare presentation. So when I give a gift, how do I present it? I usually wrap the book. I think it kind of looks really nice. And they'll never guess that it's a book because it's totally not shaped like one. Number 7, can you communicate to others when a book is a lend and not a gift? Yes, 100%. I usually don't give books to people to borrow unless they specifically ask for it, and then we've made clear that it's borrowing. Or someone will mention, oh, they'll see a book on my shelf and it looks interesting to them, and I'll say, would you like to borrow it? So yeah, that's a pretty easy communication for me. Number 8, have you ever given someone an ebook? No, and I've also never read an ebook. Number 9, name 5 books you'd love to receive as gifts. Okay, I had to fudge this one because I mean, how do I limit it to 5, right? But I also thought about, the people who would give me books as gifts. So I wanted to kind of generically say that person's favorite book. I would love to receive a person's favorite book because then I have that meaningful connection to the book, knowing that when I read it, I'm kind of, in a way, reading alongside that person, just asynchronously. Or vintage editions of books. I don't have very many vintage editions. Every once in a while, someone will find one and send it to me, and I love that. So really old copies. And then number 10 is to tag some book and gift people. I have a lot of friends in the comments, so if you would like to answer these questions, please answer them. You can make a video or you can just put them in the comments. I'd love to hear your answers. So that's it for the book giving tag. Please enjoy answering or thinking about those questions and, dropping hints about books that you would like to receive. Remember, there's always another book.